Just finished first job with this this custom scrubber by Nichols, the Zero BS scrubber. A couple quick things about it right off the gate. It also has the new Zero rinse bar on it, which I really did like this thing today. This is nice. The whole setup was really nice. Great for big glass. I don't know if you can see the place behind me. It's all big plate glass. Nice scrubbing surface area. This is made to fit a maker pad. So this is the 10-inch maker pad with the Velcro. So this is the pad that goes on, just like this. Rinse bar over the top. This is great for scrubbing into the corners. This is great for scrubbing a lot of surface at one time. You have an up and down pivot. So as you're washing a door, a sliding glass door, or a plate glass that goes floor to ceiling, as you go up, it stays flat, it pivots. As you come back down, it stays flat. So you can stay in one spot and wash the whole door rather than with the brush going side to side to use an old school regular brush like this. These maker pads, they get a little bit heavy when they get wet. So this does have some weight to it, which kind of works both ways. It works to your advantage for a little bit of extra scrub when it's against the glass. However, if you're working, what I found is if you're working kind of in a tight spot where you're a little more vertical, and you have to work straight overhead, what tends to happen is this will flip up. So if you're working, you don't have a good angle back against the house, and you have to work more straight overhead, the tube's going to pull down a little bit on this, and it's going to flip on you. Can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. But overall, today, this thing performed really well. There was only one tight spot in the house where I had that happen, where the pad flipped back a couple times. But what helps with that, in comparison to some other flat style scrubbers that I've used in the past, is they have this little piece of tubing here with the push fit, rather than just going straight onto a nipple. Those little nipples, or little whatever you call them, they'll snap off for one. But this also, when the tube pulls on this, it pulls on this extra piece of tube rather than just pulling on the push fitting, which would flip that pad. But overall, this thing really works nice. I got the Tucker swivel on it for side to side. It's got this pivot feature that's really nice. Works with these maker pads, which scrub really well, and they scrub a lot of surface at one time. This rinse bar really performed really well. It is aluminum, so you want to be careful not to let this thing tip forward, let this contact the glass at all. This will scratch. It does have, on the end, it has a couple little plastic ends to help as it guides along the edge. You're not metal against the frame of the window, or metal on glass, which would be even worse. The last two, and there's going to be videos showing all these little features and all these things, but these last two holes on each side, they spray out sideways. So as you're doing your final pass along the glass, the rinse bar, there's a little bit of room here. The rinse bar, if it was shooting straight out, it wouldn't rinse into the corners quite as well. So those last two holes that shoot out at an angle, great for rinsing into the edge on the frames, great for rinsing into the edge on the glass as well. So overall, Mike did a great job with this design. The rinse bar, great job with that design. This thing performs really well. Obviously, you're not going to be using it on French panes, cut-ups, any small windows really. This is great for big glass, but it's a good tool. When it's released, check it out. Hit up Mike Nichols. I think Zero is going to be, or WCR is going to be carrying this line, so keep an eye out for that when it's released. But overall, this is a great product. Well done.